Hi guys.
Good job. Good job, dog.
Hi guys, welcome to the webinar.
Welcome.
Whew. Welcome to the challenge, everybody.
This is challenge number 5.
Yeah, in case you were wondering, that last dog was not impressed. You were correct.
That's Chicken Willow.
That's Chicken Willow. She's a rescue dog. They're both rescue dogs technically, but Chicken doesn't quite like the noise. She dancing as much.
She loves the noise.
Welcome, you guys. Welcome to the challenge.
So if you're just joining now and you have friends who are in the challenge, but you don't see them in here, we've got 90 people. Hello. Actually, 2 of those are us. So no, 92. Now we have 90 people. If you're just joining and you have trouble hearing, you can't hear me say this. So I do this every time. Let me type to you. Who can hear us? Just type in who can hear us. I can. Okay. So say, I can hear you. We can hear them. It's your problem. You need to fix it.
Yeah, somebody answered or sent in a question privately. I'm answering you privately, but
all right. So I can look at the picture.
But essentially, all we can say is we don't know what kind of device you're on. We don't know how you're watching, how you're listening, or how to reprogram your phone or your computer to hear us or to see us. So I would suggest just look around on the screen. Try to find like a little microphone symbol, try to find a little speaker symbol, maybe put some headphones in, check and see if your device is connected to any Bluetooth speaker or anything like that. Just like there's a million things you could do to try and test the audio or the video for this webinar.
How many of you couldn't hear us, but now you can because you figured it out by pushing buttons?
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Clara. Thank you guys for telling me I'm glowing.
She is.
I really appreciate you.
She is.
I feel that way. I feel the glow. For those of you that don't know, it did not see my belly.
Show?
This is happening right now.
Oh. How far along do you guys think she is?
Hey, take a guess. Take a guess.
How far along?
Take a look at this belly. Guess how old the baby is in this belly.
7 months, 6 months, 7 months, 9 months.
Wait, hold on. 33
weeks, 37 weeks.
Someone was spot on. 38 weeks, 6 days. Yes. Who is that?
Somebody's cheating.
Somebody knows. Yeah, guys. My due date is January 24th. So I am days away from giving birth. But I am so psyched to be on this challenge. And this is like the best way I can possibly think of spending a few days before I have a baby.
We made this baby on the 3rd challenge.
Yeah.
In between webinars, we were
we're gonna tell that story today.
Having a little fun with some oral syringes. So if you're a part of this challenge, there's like more miracles than one.
If you're really like, what the hell are they talking about right now? Don't worry, we'll tell you the story.
It'll come.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so who's ready to start the challenge? Who's ready to jump in? Are you guys ready? Are you psyched? Woo! I'm so glad to see you all here.
Details. Okay. We will at some point.
You asked for it.
You asked for it. We don't hold back.
We gotta both yes and no. Awesome.
Somebody said Jamie is the hype woman for this challenge. Oh my God, it's true. And
yeah,
a bit anxious. Ready, Carrie Dunn, just ready.
Absolutely awesome. All right, cool. I fucking love you too.
So,
for those of you who don't like swear words, I apologize in advance.
I don't apologize.
But I'm just letting you know.
I say
we may drop a few.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Okay. So, welcome. Without further ado, let the challenge begin. So we're going to turn on a webinar here, some slides, and I think we can keep the video on while we do this so you guys can see our faces.
I have to remember not to pick my nose.
Yeah, well then just don't pick your nose, babe.
That's a hard one. As soon as the screen goes on, I'm like, yes, I can just like.
All right, so you guys can still see us, right? that pretty good?
All right. So Rosie
All
has
right.
been spending all of her creative pregnant energy into these slides.
Yes.
Make sure that this Leo knows how beautiful they are.
Yeah. I'm a Leo, guys, so I really thrive on compliments and affirmations. So if you see a
Shots are
slide
over
that you
there.
love, just let me know. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Very pink and cute. Awesome. Oh, I love you and appreciate for all of you. Thank you, guys. So sweet.
Someone says those shirts are on point.
Oh.
You want to know our secret? I got it at Ross.
Got it at Ross.
Yeah.
That's your secret.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So welcome to the challenge. We're your hosts. You guys can see our faces. We've never done a challenge with our faces on the screen before, so this will be a new fun adventure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for it, but we've had a few requests for it, and I think it's a great way to stay connected to you guys. So today's webinar is all about the pre-challenge check-in, the grounding. We're going to answer all your questions, and we're going to give you a special mission.
A special mission. Ooh.
So for those of you who have already done the challenge, like every single time we've had it, and we love you guys, thank you for coming back. Don't give it away yet, but you get to be a leader in this special mission.
What number challenge are you on right here?
Oh yeah, type it in the chat box. We'd love to see.
What number?
How many challenges have you done?
This is 3, Swirls at 1.
Wow.
Got a few first timers.
First timer,
Claire's
awesome.
at 2. Oh,
One,
Nicole
one,
Logan, 3.
1, 1, 2,
1.
1, 2,
Oh my God.
4.
Who's 4? Caroline McIntosh
is going to.
Oh my God. Oh, we got a virgin in the house. Amber Lee's at 3. Natasha's at 4.
Wow, guys. So as you first timers
Wow.
can see, there is a ton of value in this challenge. There are people who come back and do it literally every single time we do it. And we love
I
all
don't
of
know
you.
what that says. On your like to all. What does that mean?
I don't know, but that's Teresa's mom. So
Welcome.
hi, Teresa's mom. Welcome.
Challenge junkies. Yes.
All right, cool. So this challenge is really unique. In case you haven't figured that out already, there's not a lot of challenges out there like ours. There aren't any out there like ours. How many of you guys have signed up for an online challenge? Maybe it was $50, maybe it was $100, maybe it was free, and did not participate at all. And maybe there was a Facebook group, maybe there were webinars, maybe there were whatever. How many of you have experienced that where you're just like, yeah, sign up for this thing, and then just not really anything happened? Yeah, guilty, me, more than once. Yep, many times. So how many of you can already see, because you've had a coach calling you, that this challenge is way different? And that actually, we are expecting your participation. We are excited for your participation, and it is going to draw you in to participate with it. Yes, love my coach. This is for real. Accountability Central. Yeah, exactly. Awesome. This challenge sucks. Thank you, Susan. That's awesome. Love the shiz. Look, oh, I've been following you from top 10. That's great.
This challenge sucks.
Guys, we love the truth speaking. Keep it coming.
Yes, we do. And then Susan, you say you're welcome.
Yeah, Susan, exactly. Just say you're welcome.
Yes.
Great. Okay, awesome.
So there's something special that happens when we do this in community, when everybody gets involved and we start, bringing our minds and our hearts together. It makes it so much more effective than just an internet program that sits on the shelf. We call that shelf help.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're here, fate has its eyes on you, and the winds are shifting. You've always had this feeling that there was something different and special about you, and you felt that shimmer of magic within you. This is your official letter from Hogwarts.
All right, hold on a second.
Here we go.
Keith,
Jamie, Susan, Swirl,
Ashley,
Carissa, Monica, Robert, Jessica Logan, Miranda, Krista. Type your name in here, guys. Type your name in here. We need to see you. Type your name in.
Oh, we got them right here.
Oh, wow.
Amber, Anna, Andrea, Angelina,
Austin,
Ann, Ashley,
Billy,
Candace,
Sue, Callum,
Caroline,
Carrie,
Karen,
Kaz, Cece, Claire,
Carissa, Cindy,
Clara, Claudia, Jenna,
Jennifer,
Jessica, Joanne,
Joanna,
George, Jorge,
Judith, Keith.
Scroll down more.
You're a wizard.
You're a wizard.
Laura, Lilbert, Lindsay, Linda, Lisa, Lizbeth, Luann, Louise. You're a wizard. You already knew that though, Lou. Megan, Melanie, Mel, Michelle, Miranda, Monica, Naomi,
Phoebe,
Paul,
Robert,
Phoebe, Rob.
Sarah,
You're a wizard.
You're a wizard.
You guys get the point yet?
Yeah. So just type it in. If you get the point, type your name in and say, I'm a fucking wizard.
I'm a fucking wizard. Welcome.
Oh, yes. There you go.
Wow.
Yes, I'm a wizard. I'm a fucking
Here we go.
I'm
a fucking wizard. I love you guys. Guys, this is the biggest challenge we've ever had.
Yes.
This is huge. The biggest challenge we've ever had was 140 people.
Yeah.
This challenge has about 220.
Uh-huh.
So we may not be able to keep up with your chats as much as we usually do.
And we're not going to be able to really handle like technical questions on the webinar.
But we'll explain all that later. So
that's coming.
So
that's what this is for.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what this whole session today is for. So I want to ask you guys.
You may be a wizard, but you may not be a technology wizard, and that's okay because we're going to help you here.
Yes. I want to ask you guys, especially those of you who are repeat challengers, how many of you have already started experiencing miracles? Maybe from the time you signed up for this challenge, maybe it was after your first coaching call or your first homework assignment. How many of you have started seeing some amazing things happening in your life? Clara says, oh my God, me. All right, so type it in the chat box. Share
after my
with
first
the other
coaching
people.
Call. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Amazing. Yeah.
Some
Tell us some of the
synchronicities.
synchronicities that have been popping up in your life.
Oh.
Whoa, Carissa has booked 16 coaching calls. That's amazing.
Well, Megan says, made a soulmate connection with the man of my dreams.
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys.
What's your miracle?
I didn't have my baby last night.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. I was having contractions last night.
Like every 7 or 8 minutes, and they were getting more intense.
We were like, well.
I think my miracle was, one of the things I've dreaded so much is Rosie going into labor during the challenge and having to run it on my own, and I've had so much fear about it. And then last night we're driving home, she's like and my wiser self just kicked into gear and said, you got this, like you'll figure it out, you can do this. And that having that magic spark of believing in myself in an even deeper way, it's fucking awesome.
So we've got a lot of amazing things coming in the chat box here, guys. So we see law of attraction and operation. That's big because we're big law of attraction people, Abraham Hicks people. I was nice to the 16-year-old who rear-ended me. That's a miracle.
That's pretty cool.
So some of the biggest miracles and shifts I've seen in my life. Love you, Candace. I got the interview for the perfect job the moment I wrote down my intentions, literally mid-sentence.
Yes.
Wow, you guys, this is awesome. The gym membership, sign up for difficult gym classes, make a chore chart with my daughter. I challenge myself to get things going before being told to. I approach some future fears, so when I get homework, I'm ahead of the game. Awesome. 100%. I know I'm supposed to quit smoking the day I was supposed to start the challenge. I couldn't find my lighter. That's awesome. Wow. All right, guys. Keep them rolling in.
Jamie Rose Gray says, I quadrupled my business since the last challenge.
Wow.
Yes.
Tasha says, I had a proper freaky vision during body work. I'd love to hear more about that.
Freaky.
Make a post about that one. Wow, you guys. Holy crap. Yeah. Money magic already flowing with this challenge.
Yes.
Hopefully
there's some big one.
Hopefully there's some health magic flowing with this challenge. Oftentimes a lot of people find some things that they've been suffering from health-wise start to clear up, or some of their pain starts to go away, which is really cool.
Now, another thing that also happens is things that don't seem like miracles, things that seem like really horrible start to happen too. And it's actually a miracle in disguise. It's like the thing that guides you towards what you actually want. So some of you might be experiencing like
there have been a couple car accidents in this group already, which is interesting.
That is actually clearing the path for something better. So it's purging. Yes, Cortland's like purging.
Yes.
Miracles in disguise.
Making room for what is to come. Like today, I was listening to Abraham Hicks, and an example she gave, this guy was in the hot seat, and he was like, I'm trying to see how this was a good thing in my life. My house burnt down. And she was like, well, it's probably the first time you've been caught up on paperwork in a while, right? So it's like, there's a miracle lurking behind everything that might not even seem like a miracle.
So Ashley Johnson keeps raising her hand. Can one of you reach out to Ashley Johnson on Facebook and ask her?
Some people just raise their hands to say yes.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's what's happening.
I just wanted to make sure there wasn't an emergency.
Yeah, no, there's guys, keep on raising your hands. We're not going to call on you.
Okay.
But if you want to keep raising your hands just to be like, yeah, me, yeah, I agree.
Now
fine.
I like need to help is coming up.
Yeah, don't worry about it. They're just
put them down.
They're just saying hi. They're just saying yes.
Hi guys.
All right.
So
that's us, guys. I mean, you already see us on the video. This was me at 7 months pregnant at our last event, Magma, in Berlin, Germany. This event was amazing. Who is at Magma? Who here in the chat box was at Magma? And I just want you to type in a couple words about your experience at that event and what you got out of it.
Yeah, something else.
Just, maybe type in those magic words that we taught you to say about yourself that you figured out on your own.
Who was making their move when they heard that song?
Yeah.
I was.
So this was our grand entrance. We were wearing onesies, banging drums to the Greatest Showman song as we ran in the room.
Much like our grand entrance today.
So we believe that we are all here, born into this life with the opportunity to make an impact on this world. This is our way of making an impact, one of the ways. And making our own special imprint on each other is one of life's greatest joys. It can be fun, guys. Look at us, we're ridiculous. But we're also still embodying this magic and embodying the seriousness of this work at the same time. It is possible. It's the divine calling of the soul, of our soul. Everyone has an opportunity to be their best self and bring their own unique gifts into the world. And this is just one of the ways that we do it.
So some people brave that fear of going after their inner calling, and other people, they start to shut down. And we want you to use this challenge as a way to open the doors to the next level of your life.
Yes, doors that have been sitting there for years waiting to be opened. How many of you guys feel that? So we want you to use this challenge as an opportunity to courageously dream about what is possible for you.
Take action on those dreams, gain momentum, and tap into this incredible community of people who are on a similar path right now.
If you're reading the chat, you see what they're up to. They're freaking amazing. So what are you here to do today? What are you here to do this week?
What kind of impact do you want to make on those around you?
So we've got so many people already joining today. This is the biggest challenge we've had ever. And we are so excited to just keep seeing these miracles rolling into your life.
So every time we do a challenge, we set sacred space and we pull cards to get guidance on how to best serve everybody. And this is something that we spend a whole evening doing, really setting clear intention, meditating, connecting to our higher wisdom. And the cards we pulled for 2019, brand new deck, all new challenge, all new stuff. These cards are so synchronistic. Do you see these goosebumps? They're these cards are, they're such great guidance.
So it's called the Work Your Light deck, right?
Yeah.
By Rebecca Campbell. And it's one of the prizes in this challenge. So you could win your very own deck. We will send it to you. Do you want to hold up one of those other prizes real quick?
Oh.
Just want to flash it by the screen. You guys know that packaging, so simple. Hold on.
What is that?
What could it be? What could it be?
What could it be now?
We've never given away an iPad before, but we figured why not?
Why not?
We've fallen in love with our iPads in the last few months. They're really amazing tools. But anyway, back to the card.
So when I pulled these cards, I asked my higher self to show me how to get people to get the most out of this challenge.
How can we best serve you guys?
How can we best serve everybody? Yeah. What, show me, influence me on how to best serve everyone. And for day 1 or day 0, grounding day, this is the card we pulled. And I don't know what the odds are of pulling this card, but I have maybe pulled 3 different cards in this deck. I've pulled 20 times and I get this card every time.
Yeah.
It is sending us a message. I pulled it last night. I don't know what the odds are of that, but it just keeps coming out.
Yeah.
So today, the grounding day is the great gathering. And I wrote this last week, and I wrote 250 people gathering to change their lives. It's actually about 220, But
we were aiming a little
we're
high.
aiming really, really high, and we came really, really close.
So thank you for being here.
We're
Thank you
at
for being a part of that.
225. 225.
Wow. So I'm going to read to you the description of the Great Gathering card, and you guys tell me how this resonates with you, okay? It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. You are being called to let your intuition move you physically. You are connected to a group of souls who are weaving a web around this planet. And as you travel and share your creations, something is rethreaded. This card is an acknowledgement that you are either being called to connect with others who are like you at a soul level, or that you already are.
Here you are.
You are being called to gather groups of people, either by leading them or becoming a part of a group that can support you in your soul's personal mission. You are a part of a group of souls who agreed to be here at this time in history to heal yourself, your ancestral line, and the planet, to raise consciousness so that we can continue to call this magnificent place home for eras to come. One of many consciously choosing to devote your life to something greater than yourself. It's time to call in your tribe by sharing your soul's voice and letting yourself be seen.
Letting yourself be seen.
When you share what is real and true to you, you share the medicine that you most need. Those who are like you will gather around you. You are your tribe.
They are just like you.
And just as you are longing and searching for them,
they are longing and searching for you.
So every card has a little work your light activity with it.
Or an affirmation or something to say. And this one is, I choose now to let myself be seen. I'm ready to call in my soul tribe and create a web of light all over the planet. Boom.
Webinar over. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Just kidding. So what stood out to you about that reading? What did you hear that you need to put emphasis on today?
What do you hear that you know you need to change in your life? And
everyone's like,
this is my message.
Everyone's like, wow, feels like a bowl of serendipity. I touch and agree with this. Nice, sharing the medicine you most need.
This card's popped out to me 20 times since Christmas.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
So what do you need to put emphasis on in this challenge? For yourself, for your own healing, for your connection to your tribe, for your connection to your brand new tribe that you just found, the volcano tribe. What are the ways that you can do that that will immediately help you grow?
And who is this new to who's like a little bit terrified right now?
Yeah. Who's like, what? This is way too woo-woo. This is over my head. I've never experienced anything like this before. Me! All right, Jennifer. Don't worry, no, it's okay.
Yeah, if you're thinking this is way too woo-woo, don't worry. I totally like live in the non-woo-woo world as well. I'm a CrossFitter and I used to play semi-professional football and yeah, I'm totally a bro at heart.
Guys, what we love
with a secret, not so secret woo-woo side.
Yeah, what we love is combining the woo-woo with the science, the woo-woo with the groundedness, and blending them together in a way that gives you a practical application for your life. So don't worry if some of the stuff we do seems a little bit like, wow, these guys are really out there. We're gonna always bring it back to the ground and give you a way to apply it that makes sense, okay? So, and if you love the woo-woo, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Wherever you are, you're welcome here, even if you're just like, I hate this shit.
I love this. This is my first time doing this, but I'm getting comfortable and being uncomfortable. I love you, Jesus. That's awesome.
Everyone has something to give, from the people who are new to this to the people who are experts. And everyone has something to receive as well. If this feels like your community, then you belong here.
Yeah.
If this doesn't feel like your community, wait 5 days.
Or 5 minutes. I don't know. Seriously, guys, there's people from all walks of life who join.
And some of the people who have gotten the biggest transformation on day one, they're like, these guys are annoying. What the hell is, like, what am I doing? But they just stayed, and things changed massively for them.
I'm just going to give you a little example. One of our most favorite volcanoes, Joe Slayball, is a former Amish politician from Colorado that rides horses. Doesn't seem like the most likely person to be interested or involved in this type of work. And he joined our tribe, I don't even know, 2 challenges ago. And he came to Magma, guys. And he is just a huge part of our community. We love him so much. So we lift everybody up. We celebrate everyone, no matter what your background is, no matter how liberal, conservative, woo-woo, whatever you are, you're welcome here. So,
and for me, it's really about creating a place where people, like everyone is welcome. We have Christians here. We've got Muslims here. We've got people who are super woo-woo. We've got bros. We've got a lot of beautiful women who are super spiritual and like yoga teachers.
And beautiful men too. And we've got Canadians.
A lot of Canadians. Whoa, Canadians.
All right, cool. So ready to move on?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we're going to give you a little background on this.
Right before our challenge in 2018, we had a massive miracle happen. So I just got in surgery, and it had been a hectic few weeks. I got in surgery on December 28th, 2017. Holidays were crazy. Enrollments were reflecting our crazy life.
Everybody had off for weeks.
We said we wanted 100 people in the challenge, and we only had 13. And we're starting the new year. It's New Year's Eve, and I decided to have a small intention setting campfire with a few close friends.
And I had been reading this book called The Power of Eight that we're going to explain to you guys. And I introduced this process for creating miracles from this book that I've been reading with our friends who are with us. We had two of our best guy friends, Ryan and Lot, that we've known for many years, and one of our other newer friends, Malcolm, who's now become a very, very close, loving friend. So the five of us were sitting around the campfire, and we walked through this process that we're going to explain to you later. And basically, each person made their own individual wish for the new year.
So Rosie said, I want 100 people in the challenge. And I couldn't hide it. I rolled my eyes as if to say, don't waste your wish.
Right.
And
he should know better by now.
I should know better by now. But I think it's a good thing because it challenges her to be like, I'm going to show you. So we did the Power of Eight process, in which we're going to explain later. It's part of this challenge. And we had such a rush of people enter the challenge that we had to shut it down, much like we are right now. We're about to shut it down. We pretty much did shut it down. We ended up getting well over 100. We got 113 people. And the first time in our life, we hit our first 6-figure month. It's crazy.
What? Month. You heard that right. It's crazy, guys. And just a year before that, we were living in a van.
More about that later.
Yeah. So there's another part of this story that gets even crazier. Okay, you ready? So that same New Year's Eve, we also decided with two of the guys that were there, our two friends, Ryan and Lot, that we were going to bring a child into this world and become co-parents with them. So the four of us, we are going to create a child and raise it together. And so this is something that we had talked about and dreamed about for 5 years, but none of us felt ready for yet. And that night we all agreed that this was the year. And sure enough, I got pregnant on the first day of our 3-day challenge in May 2018.
That's 2 challenges ago.
And as most of you saw, if you joined later, I have a gigantic belly right now. I'm literally days away from my due date.
You're like,
and we're about to have this baby with our friends.
Having contractions and shit already. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah. So what we're trying to tell you is these challenges are magic. This was taken like 2 weeks ago or something. These are our other co-parents, Ryan and Lot. Ryan is a coach on this challenge. So along with so many other life-changing processes we're about to introduce you to, the Power of Eight has had the greatest impact on our life in such a short amount of time. And we can't wait to teach it to you.
Because this process made such an impact on our life, we decided to make it a part of every challenge.
Yes. So basically the Power of Eight.
Okay, now here's where y'all go, ooh.
All right, so The Power of Eight is by a woman named Lynn McTaggart. I highly recommend picking up this book and reading it. She was a journalist and a total skeptic, you guys. She started out as a total skeptic. So for the total skeptics in the group right now, this should resonate with you.
We're here for you too.
She actually set out to disprove the power of group prayer. So there are all these studies going around at the time about the power of a group prayer and how it's been reducing violence in certain violent areas of the world when there's a group of people praying or meditating together, right? Have you guys heard of this before? So she was like, yeah, I don't believe that. So she set out to actually disprove it through her journalism. And what ended up happening is she could not disprove it. And in fact, it kept getting proved over and over and over again. And so she was like, I need to just keep researching this. So she joined up with a bunch of other researchers. She created the intention experiment, and she started doing different types of prayer experiments and measurements and research all over the world. And what she found, yeah, I love you guys. You all love the number 8. And yeah, it's a sacred number, right? 108 is a sacred number. Just the number 8 on its own is a sacred number. If you turn it sideways, it's infinity.
Yesterday in LA, we got croissants, and we got the number 88
for our table.
All
right. So what she found is that actually you don't need a massive group, although it is powerful to have a massive group together like we have today, but you can actually create miracles, and even more specific miracles in your own individual life if you do it with just a small group of about 8 people. It doesn't have to be exactly 8, but she found that 8 was really kind of like the best number. So she started putting people in groups of 8, and they were setting intentions and prayers with each other. Meditations, whatever you want to call it, guys. There's no like religious specificity here, but it's really just a meditation with an intention behind it. And she started seeing miracles happening in all of these people's lives through these small groups of 8. So it works. Obviously, we're proof of it. This book, if you want to read more, has lots more proof behind it.
So we did this in the challenge with a bunch of groups. And then on our way to Disneyland, I decided to take it one step further and apply this power of 8 concept to roller coasters, because it's like this, you know, when you get together with people and you're focusing on something, you kind of get this really euphoria feeling, and you almost get chills. And we're going to Disneyland, and I think, oh my gosh, it's that same exciting feeling right before you get on a ride. So set the intention at Disneyland on a ride using the concept that we teach at our 4-day Magma event. High level emotion, clear intent gets fast results. My vision was to have all of us on one car creating a miracle for something outside of ourselves. Because, you know, I was in such euphoria, and I just like, our lives are amazing, and that's why they're so focused on creating good things for others. A generous miracle for someone else. So the opportunity came a few months later. At the time, our coach Audrey, her brother had brain cancer. He was very young and he had brain cancer. And we love Coach Audrey so much, and we know how much she loves her family. She had lost her mom to cancer when she was young, and her brother was now diagnosed. She was devastated and terrified and hurting over this diagnosis. And I hated seeing her in so much pain and being so scared. So I decided to surprise her by doing the power of 8 in a group on a roller coaster.
At the end of Magma.
At the end of Magma.
Our first Magma, which was in April of last year in San Diego.
So 16 of us got on a roller coaster, holding strongly the vision of her brother, happy, healthy, and healed. Not seeing the cancer at all, just happy, healthy, healed. Happy, healthy, healed. We were jumping up and down. We were screaming. We were yelling. We were chanting. And when we got to the front of the line, there were 16 spots left in the car. And there were 16 of us. So here's the video. On Facebook.
2 months ago, I was on a ride, and I had this vision of getting all my people on a roller coaster at the same time, manifesting the same thing. Now here we are, after Magma. We are manifesting a grand adventure, a grand outcome for somebody very, very special. special in our family. And I don't want to say it because I want it to be a surprise for them. And we'll let you know what happens.
So we held this, yeah. Every time I see that, I'm like, so we held a strong vision with high level emotion. And you know that moment where you just feel elation on a roller coaster? That was the moment that we, everybody individually snapped in this vision of him healthy, happy, healed. So 3 months later, the results came back and the cancer had calcified without treatment.
And then
he got a girlfriend.
Yeah, so happy and healthy.
And healed.
And healed. It happened, guys.
Yeah. Who's like, what the fuck? Brain cancer. Guys, roller coasters, brain cancer. The point is, this stuff can be fun. Healing, life transforming your life, it can be fun. So now this has become part of what we do. And in 2019, right after Magma in April in San Diego, we're going to take all of the full play clients and people who want to join as well and pay the extra ticket or whatever price we put on. I don't know, we haven't done it yet. We're going to take them to Disneyland and make some miracles together.
Yeah.
But we're starting this process in this challenge today. So you guys get a taste of it. You get to create this together. Who's ready?
Here we go.
Who's ready? Yes. So stay tuned. You're going to have a secret mission where you will get your miracle group and you will be sent on a mission. We call it the miracle group. You'll be sent on a mission later in this challenge. I'm like so pumped that I can't read right now. So stay tuned all the way to the end of the webinar.
But for now, let's move on with the challenge. So we've had the privilege to speak with many of you or watch your live videos on the group, which is amazing. Thank you guys so much for jumping in with those live videos. I know it could be scary. It could be vulnerable. We've really appreciated watching as many of them as we've had time for. And we've heard a lot of your stories. So some of you are doing this challenge because you're at a crossroads in life and you want clarity. Some of you are using it to create a game plan to grow your business and make a bigger impact on the world. Some of you are doing this challenge because you simply love the momentum and the enthusiasm when you work in a group or in a community.
And so others of you are struggling with deep demons that have been dragging you down for a long time.
And some of you just love us.
Some of you just do whatever we do.
Just
do whatever we do.
We love you too.
And this is your fourth challenge.
So whatever it is in your heart that called you to work with us this week and do this challenge, we want to honor that within you.
Every single one of you is important, and your reason for being here is important to us.
We take this role as a sacred one. We take it very seriously, and we're going to give you our all this week.
Until the baby comes. And then we have a team.
Oh, thanks, Siri.
Siri's like, hi, Kit.
Wow.
Wow, she takes this seriously too. Okay. Anyway, we take this seriously, and when the baby comes, we have trained our team to serve you at just as high of a level.
But he's not coming till after the challenge is over. So we ask you to do the same. We ask you to take this seriously, to go all in, dive in 100%. Type in yes in the chat box if you're ready to get the most out of this challenge and give it your all. Type a big YES.
Jamie Rose says that baby was saying hi through Siri.
Yes! Wow, you guys! Fuck yes! Awesome.
So you found the chat box. You found the chat box. It's clear.
Awesome.
Now, we want to hear from you. Why are you here? What do you want to get out of this challenge? Why did you join?
What intention did you set for yourself when you joined?
To get my shit together. That's a good one.
Cool.
Growth. Level up. Who wants to get specific?
Consistency. Show up.
Consistency and what?
Because y'all cool. Thanks, Susan.
First 10K a month. Yeah.
Build money manifesting muscles. I love that switch. To lose my shit. Okay, Barbara, I like that. A home. Throw away my shit. I'm going to be accountable for finishing my book. I'm looking for my creative self again. Yeah, guys, awesome. Learn self-discipline. Get motivation for my inner work.
Beautiful.
Wow. All right. It's coming in too fast. We can't even follow it.
I can't follow
But keep them coming. Keep sharing. We love it.
It's like I read one and then the next one comes in and I'm like getting a big conglomeration of all of your visions. But
we
it's
got a lot
kind
of
of cool.
clarity.
Successful marriage and business practice. I love that. Rediscover my confidence and self-love.
Self-esteem and communication. Okay.
Love
awesome.
it. All right.
You guys are in the right place. So the challenge is going to help with all of that and more, because these are all things that we want in our lives too, and our coaches want in their lives too. These are all things that we've been practicing creating with each other for the last 2 years that we've been doing this work.
So if you realize by now, we love this challenge.
There's Coach Audrey again. She's so enthusiastic. There's a lot of pictures of her in these webinars. And actually, this is the first challenge that she is now participating in, because she is going after her own vision, and we are so proud of her.
And she texted and said, I'm already feeling the magic.
Yeah.
So we love this challenge. Why? Because we get an opportunity to make a huge impact on a lot of people in a short amount of time and help them make shifts that they didn't even know were possible.
How do we do this?
So our job as coaches is to shine a light on what's inside of you that's holding you back, so you can start weeding out the parts of you that hold you back, and we start lifting up the best parts of you.
This challenge is going to be a magnifier. It's going to expose what's going on inside of you already, so that you can make the changes that you need to make that will make your life even more amazing.
This challenge is going to stretch you.
It's like that slime stuff that all the kids are playing with these days.
You guys know what that is? Or like silly putty?
Yeah, a lot of kids are making it at home. You get some borax and some Elmer's glue and some glitter. It's pretty cool. You can put like scents in it.
So imagine that you are this like perfect, pristine ball of glitter slime. Yeah. And it's just sitting here totally protected and encapsulated in a shell. It stays pristine. Nothing can touch it, but it doesn't live. But then you take it out, it gets in the world, gets played with, dropped on the floor, it gets gooey, it gets dog hair in it, gets rocks in it, it gets like skin
hair
cells
and boogers,
dust and bacteria, and that's just life.
But so when it's balled up, you can't see that stuff. When you stretch it apart, you get to see all the stuff that's stuck in your slime. You ever stretch it
and you catch a dog hair and it kind of gets a little tug on it and you're like, ooh. So this challenge is going to stretch you so that you can start see all those like pieces
don't need that anymore.
Dog hair.
That's gone.
You know, like thoughts.
Just like that.
Stuff that kind of like hold you back from being all that you can be.
Make sense? Hopefully that made sense. That analogy, I don't know. I think it is. I think it made sense, right, guys? Especially you parents who know about the slime and the stuff that gets stuck in it.
Basically, when you get stretched, you get to see what holds you back.
Yes.
You get to see those little nuggets of like mindset and things that are like going on in the background, but you may not have really been able to see.
Another way to look at it is if you're holding a cup, right? If you're holding a cup of coffee and someone comes along and bumps into you or shakes your arm and makes you spill coffee everywhere, why did you spill the coffee?
Because you bumped into me. Duh.
Wrong answer. You spilled the coffee because there was coffee
in your cup.
Had there been tea in your cup, you would have spilled tea. Had there been kombucha in your cup, you would have spilled your kombucha.
Had there been the blood of a sacrifice in your cup, there would have been the blood of a sacrifice spilled.
So when life comes along and shakes you, which it will, and this challenge is going to shake you a little bit too, whatever is inside of you will come out. Right? It's easy to fake it in life with, I'm fine, until you get rattled, until someone shakes your cup, right? And then you have to ask yourself, what is in your cup right now?
What is running subconsciously all the time that you're not even aware of?
When life gets tough, what spills out? Is it joy, gratitude, humility? Or is it anger, bitterness, blame, gossip, knee-jerk reactions? You get to choose.
You choose.
So we're going to highlight that with you in this challenge. And today we're going to do an exercise where you intentionally begin to choose what you fill your cup with. And when you choose, don't drink that. When you choose what you fill your cup with, you start choosing how you impact the people around you and ultimately how you impact the world. So an example is this ridiculous video we're about to play you. So Kit and I went to Bali for a month last year in March. It was amazing. I got to assist my first forest yoga teacher training in Bali with my mentor Jumbo and my brand new mentor Shinhee. And on the way there, you guys, if you know, San Diego to Bali is an extremely long flight.
Very, very long.
And we had a 9-hour layover
in Doha,
which is basically near Dubai, right? So we're in the Middle East. We're in this fancy airport. It's the middle of the night. We've got a 9-hour layover. We have no idea what time it is. We don't know what our bodies are doing. We are just like, very disoriented.
It could be a real good time to get into an argument, right? How many of you have been there?
How many of you, get stressed out when you travel,
Snap at each
especially
other.
if you have 27 hours of flying with a 9-hour layover, right? So this is a chance to see what's in your cup.
Or
when you get rattled,
what's in your cup.
when life shakes you a little bit and gives you a 27-hour flight with a 9-hour layover, what comes out? Do you get snappy with each other? Do you want to curl up and cry a little bit? So this is an example of what we had filled our cup with the work that we had been doing very intentionally leading up to this trip. Enjoy. Imagine some figure skating music playing in the background here. We had been doing this for about
an hour or two.
It felt more like 3 hours, all over the airport.
We call this Airport Cart Olympics. It's like synchronized swimming. And now the security has stopped me.
We've been competing with each other with our airport carts, just doing splits, swirling around, just leaping, and for hours, you guys. So that was in our cup. That's what we got to choose, what was spilling out of our cup.
And finally, he's like, I don't want to have to stop you from dancing, but you have to stop dancing.
Yeah. So how many of you would like to choose to have that come out of your cup when you're stressed out, when you're exhausted, when you're at your wit's end? Wouldn't it be nice to have that come out of your cup? Yeah, right? All right, so welcome to this challenge. This is what we're going to teach you.
So here at the Little Volcano, our mission is to empower people to live their best lives so we can fiercely suck the juice from life together. Mm-hmm. Life is short and every single one of you is here for a purpose. That purpose deserves to be seen and heard and validated. We love to create community and connection and we can't wait to wow you with just how possible that is to do over the internet. And if you haven't seen it yet, in the Facebook group there is a map because I'm really trying to form little pockets in person too. So go put yourself on that map. I had to start a new one, so if you just did the first one, do the second one too. Okay.
So this is our mission. This is our mission statement. It says we are a global network of transformative leaders, healers, and coaches who fiercely suck the juice from life and delight in sharing this experience with others. We do this through intimate, personalized coaching, personal transformation events, and by nurturing a global community of love and connection. The words that describe us best are inspiration, freedom, magic, courage, vulnerability, creativity, authenticity, exploration, and fucking fun. Hashtag tribe of too much.
Also known as tribe of too much.
All right. So you have an amazing coach that has been assigned to you in this challenge. They are here to see you, hear you, and support you in creating what you want this week. And
we're gonna do this as a community. Y'all ever seen meerkats? They all just cuddle and snuggle all day long in the warmth of the sun, and they feed each other grapes and fan each other. They're so cute. So you don't have to do this alone. You can join our little love tribe of meerkats. Yes, whatever you are up against this week, we're here to support you with it.
The point is, guys, that this is not an individual challenge. This is not a chance for you to step back and go into your hidey hole. This is a chance for you to reach out to the community, join the other snuggling meerkats, and just become a part of a beautiful group of people.
If you resist this, snuggle in even more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So whatever you're up against this week, we're here to support you. And when we do things together, there's something powerful that happens. If you haven't yet, get in on this togetherness in the Facebook group. Do we have that?
It's coming up. Yeah.
Okay. You'll see breakthroughs in the Facebook group. It will inspire you. You'll dream bigger. You'll be held more accountable to action, and magic will start happening faster for you. This week is about going for it and transforming the parts of your life that hold you back from the richness of being alive. We know what's coming next. Yes, we can read each other's mind. We're not reading from something here. No.
We want you to be able to see that every moment in your life is an opportunity to choose what's in that cup, what's in that slime, and by beginning to choose what's in that cup, you get to design your own future. So
we're mining for slime here. So every time you're like, ee, and you see a dog hair, just be like, yeah, this is an opportunity.
Yeah. So we know that some of you guys are not Facebook people, and that's a choice. It's totally fine. Both of us, Kit and I, personally curate our Facebook feeds so that when we open it, we see inspiring stuff that moves us towards what we want. And we kind of just unfollow all the stuff we know that doesn't inspire us, right? So I also use it to connect and support my clients. I use it to connect with my friends and share my life. And I believe that it's not a substitute for connection. It's actually, if you want it to be, it can be another tool for connection. So I just want to give you an example. Facebook is the reason we've gotten to make friends from all over the world. And we've actually gone to stay with them or live in their country with them or meet them in fun and exciting places. In the last year alone, or about a year and a half, we've traveled to Scotland, Iceland, Italy, Berlin, Paris, Bali, Barcelona, and the Canary Islands, all because of the relationships we formed on Facebook.
Does this sound lame to you or what?
Yeah, Facebook sucks, right? All right, no, just get over it. Just hop on. Whatever your relationship is with Facebook, just hop on this week, try on something new, try on something different, just so you can get the most out of this challenge. You will still get a lot out of this challenge if you never get on Facebook. However, if you join the group, this is how you're going to get that snuggly meerkat action, okay? So think about Facebook like your family for this week. You might not always like it, but you can't avoid it. So this week you get to choose to build a better relationship with it. So
this is what the group looks like.
Yeah, this is a screenshot of the group in case you're wondering. If you haven't joined the group yet, you can search in the search bar, January 2019, the Little Volcano Challenge group. That is the name that will come up. So it's called the Get Your Shit Together Challenge, but the name of the group is the January 2019 Little Volcano Challenge group, okay? So you can always look it up, join the group, and hop in on the magic that is happening there. So who's in? Type yes in the chat box.
Yes.
Woohoo! All right, just joined today. Great, guys.
Oh God,
and for those of you
I
who are
love
already...
people who join like the day of, even though technically it's like shut down. We've had people sneak in and join like 2 days after it started, and like their life is totally
the challenge.
changed.
Yeah, the Facebook group.
Yeah,
the Facebook group won't be shut down. So without further ado, we want to introduce everyone who will be supporting you on this challenge. So as you guys already know, because you can see our faces right now, I'm Kit.
And I'm Rosie. And we told that joke last time, honey.
Well, last time you were not in on the joke and you were like, what? You're not Kit.
I was in on it.
So I'm glad you were in on this time. So if you can't tell, guys, we're married. We've been together for about 6.5 years. We love traveling. We love transforming lives. We're also forest yoga teachers. And you're going to learn all about us in this challenge. So we're not going to spend a lot of time on us. The real stars of the show here are the volcano coaches.
And you guys.
Yeah, duh. But we want to show you our beautiful coaches. So we've got our lead coaches. We've got Kenna and Kim, both in Colorado. We've got Corey and Lola. And then we've got our graduate coaches of the Little Volcano. So these are coaches who have graduated but aren't quite at the lead coach level yet, but they're coaching the challenge too. So we've got Nancy and Trina.
And they just wanted to come back and coach the challenge and be a part of it.
We've got Billy, Sue, and Nicole. Daryl, Nicole,
Ryan.
Wait, we got 2 Nicoles on there. That's the same Nicole, guys. Whoops. Yeah. And Ryan.
Yeah, just omnipresent Nicole here.
Yeah, Nicole's also our tech support on this challenge, so we'll talk about that later. Okay, we've got Natalie and Reagan.
Look at that hair. Love that hair.
Now we've got the junior coaches of the Little Volcano. So these are people who are currently training to be coaches with us in our program, our 6-month training program, the Volcano School of Bizcraft.
And what I love about this program is it gives you this opportunity to learn how to enroll people into a program, like learn how to sell shit that is one of the things that is hardest for people when they're becoming a healer, is selling their services.
Right.
So that's what I love about these junior coaches that are coaching this program, is they've learned how to accept money for their worth. All right. So
if you see your coach, give them a shout out. If you've already had your grounding call, I want you to just love all over your coach in this chat box. We still got a few more to introduce to you. So we've got Nilda, Little Bear, Jamie. We've got another Jamie, Claudia, and Kath. So we've got 2 different Jamies.
Jamie with the 4 babies and Jamie with a Y.
who also has other amazing qualities as well, not just a Y in her name.
Claudia and Kath. And
Heather,
we got Heather and Cindy.
Pretty and Al. Awesome. All right, guys.
Your calls with your coach.
Yeah.
This is the coolest part of this challenge, is that you get so much value from the coaching. It is the thing that makes it way different from programs that just send you a bunch of like digital files.
Yes, exactly.
So
your
in
coach
short,
is what is going to guide you through this.
We attract powerful, courageous, loving, authentic, magical people. And these coaches are nothing short of that. I'm pretty sure that you guys are in that bunch of people as well. Like, you guys are magical people.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been training with us rigorously so that they can support you in very, very deep ways.
These are all people, like we said, who have either been through our coaching program or who are currently in it. And
the BizCraft and Coachery program.
Mm-hmm.
And they felt a calling to step up bigger in their life. And they feel that calling to grow into a leader and amplify their leadership skills.
They want to make a significant positive change in their life and help others do the same, whether it's in their business, as their coach, or in their personal relationships with their partner, their friends, their family, and with themselves.
So they've been doing some serious work on themselves through this program, and they are here to live into that vision and pass it on to you.
You're going to get so much from working with your coach this week.
Yes. Who's already had a breakthrough from their coach? Me. Yes.
Wow. Awesome, you guys.
So if you haven't booked your call with your coach, it's not too late. Yeah. Like,
just make sure you book it.
We do plan in some strategic breaks in this, because we know that some people like don't get on board until like day 3, and they're like, oh my God, I'm missing out.
Yeah.
FOMO is a real thing. So go book your call with your coach, figure it out. You might not even know that you got a thing with a coach.
Check your email, check your spam, check your junk mail. You guys should have gotten an email from your coach with the link to book all of your calls. You do get 5 calls with your coach during this challenge. And so if you're like, what, I do? Yeah, go check your email again. Maybe type in the word volcano and see what comes up. You should have an email from your coach.
Yes.
Okay. So as you can already tell, most of you can already tell, this online challenge, this coaching experience is really, really unique. Most online programs just leave you to your own devices. This is real human support and connection every day. So
we believe in the power and beauty that happens from human to human connection. And we are in the age of information overload. Who's there with you? Who's there with me? Information overload, like, oh, so much that you're just kind of stuck.
Mm-hmm.
So we've created this program with massive accountability and human connection so that you can take the information into application and actually get the shift that you want in your life.
Yeah. And the reason community is so important is because sometimes you really can't see yourself from close up or from a skewed perspective. It's just hard to make out what's going on, like this.
What's that, guys? This is you looking at yourself close up. You're like, oh, I can't even see myself. What's going on? What is this? A grapefruit? If you know it, don't say it. Cheese.
An orange.
Cheese. Tasty.
Pencil.
Tasty. Smoke coming out of my ears. Crystal.
All right, guys.
Yeah, it's a very tasty pencil. Very, very tasty pencil.
All right, next. What do you think this is? Take a guess. What could this be?
Pepper. Bell pepper.
Red pepper.
Red pepper.
Red pepper.
Red
Red pepper.
Pepper.
Gorilla nose.
Gorilla nose. Fire hydrant. Closer.
All right, ready?
Radiator. Grapefruit. Salt and pepper. Yummy tomato.
It's a Coca-Cola bottle cap.
Blood. Sacrificial blood.
Someone always says blood, and I'm like,
thank God.
All right, guys, last one. Oh my God. Hopefully no children are walking by. What do you think this is? Okay, everybody knows it's an eye.
It's an eyelash.
Someone laying sideways. It's the side of an eye. Don't get raunchy on us. All right, so we're done. But basically what we're trying to say is what your coach does is they help you see what you don't see at close range. If you've ever heard the expression, you're on the inside of the jar, you can't read the label from the inside of the jar. Your coach is going to help you read that label. They're going to help you take a deeper look at yourself. So
they step back and they get the full picture of what's going on, and then they reflect it back to you so that you have a different vantage point of yourself. You notice your coach will say the things that you say back to you, and you'll be like, I didn't say that. But they are trained to repeat your words back to you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It'll be a big surprise sometimes. It'll be really cool. So this is the schedule, you guys. Obviously today, right now, you're on the grounding session right now. So you know that that's happening right now. Don't have to put that on there. But we also have a session tomorrow morning, Monday, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning. You also get a call each one of those days, a 10-minute call, okay? So our webinars are at 7 a.m. Pacific time, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And we have a bonus webinar for you to wrap everything up and check back in next Saturday, January 19th at 1 p.m., same time as this one. Again, Pacific time. And you also get a bonus 30-minute call with your coach after Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So it could be Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. You could have that bonus call on Sunday or Monday. It really just depends on your schedule, on your coach's schedule, and when that call feels like it's the best to have. All right. So I'm sure you guys have already figured most of that out. If you haven't yet, don't worry. You're not far behind. Just reach out to your coach.
Yeah, and if you can't make the calls that they have open, just reach out to them and say, hey, is there any other time? Chances are, like, schedules are interesting. They're flexible. So just make it happen.
Yes.
That's all we're saying. It's like, this is a basic. Just make it happen. When there's a will, there's a way.
If you need tech support about the links, about how to use Zoom, about any of that stuff, reach out to Nicole, Nichole at thelittlevolcano.com.
That's Nicole with an H.
That's Nicole. It's Coach Nicole, one of our graduate coaches who has just beautifully, miraculously decided to be our tech support person for this challenge. And we're so grateful to her. So thank you, Nicole, for covering the tech support. So we want to assure you guys, first and foremost, that our sole intent is that you feel supported to grow, connect, feel safe, and celebrated in this challenge. We want to go out of our way to create a space for you where you feel comfortable trying new things that you wouldn't normally do, where you feel safe taking some risks that may even feel a little strange. So it opens doors to possibility of new things coming into your life. So we're going to show you a little video, and hopefully you can hear the sound okay. And this video is about vulnerability.
We're sometimes not too sure how we get into good friendships. It seems to happen rather mysteriously. We talk of somewhat randomly clicking with people. Trying to plan for this sounds like cheating. There is something heart of many friendships that seems important to identify in a way we get good at. Vulnerability. It's so easy to assume that what makes us likable are our strengths, our accomplishments, the things we're proud of. Certainly, this impresses, but it isn't what draws others to us. We get close to someone the more they and we find ourselves able gracefully to depart from the official story of what human beings are like, and can start to show the awkward truths that underlie the cheerful facade. These are the truths with which we've been lonely for too long. How unlike normal sexuality our sex lives actually are. How full of envy our careers are proving. How unsatisfactory our family can be. How worried we are all the time. Revealing any of these things places us in great danger. As we laugh, social media have a field day. That's the point. We can only get close by revealing things which would, in the wrong hands, be capable of inflicting appalling humiliation on us. Friendship is the dividend of gratitude. It flows from acknowledgement that once offered something very valuable to someone. Not a fancy present, but something even more precious. The key to one's self-esteem and dignity. It's deeply poignant that we should expend so much effort.
All right, guys.
The sound sucks.
The sound sucks. Thanks for letting us know. I'm going to try something different.
Why don't
with
we
that
just
video.
why don't we just send it to you guys?
Yeah, we could just post it in the group too.
Yeah, we'll post it in the group.
Yeah. All right. So essentially what this video is talking about is how many of you, all right, think about your closest friends. Think about the people in your life that you're closest to. The people who you've bonded the most with, the people who know you the most deeply. Are those the people who have only seen the highlight reel of your life, who have only seen your top 9? Or are those the people who have seen you through your darkest moments? The people that maybe you've been through something really crazy with, maybe like basic training for the military, or a traumatic event, or like your childhood, or, you know, so yeah, through all the things, right? The people who know you the best are typically the ones who have seen you at your most vulnerable.
How many of you can remember a moment where you almost didn't let somebody in on what you were truly feeling, and then you did, and you got closer to them? So this is what this is about.
Yeah. Vulnerability creates connection, guys. And we believe very deeply in the work of Brene Brown. And there's one thing that she says that I love, and it's that if you took a petri dish and you put shame in it, what is the one thing that would make that shame grow exponentially? Can you guess? What would make the shame grow in the petri dish? Yes, we've got isolation, darkness, more shame, silence, exactly. Yep, that's right. What would make the shame completely disappear? What do you add to the petri dish? Okay, we've got love, light, illumination, connection. Yeah, connection. And the way you create connection is with vulnerability. So,
Denise says tribe. I love that. Trust.
Yeah.
Yes. Cool.
Awesome. So vulnerability is not just sharing the hard moments, your fears, and your embarrassments.
It's actually more vulnerable, and who believes this, to state clearly what you want and take the risk of letting your true desires be seen.
Mm-hmm.
How many of you have something that you really want, and it's actually so vulnerable to just say it?
It's more vulnerable to say to a crowd of people, I know I'm a powerful person and I'm ready to step up into that.
Oh, that chills when you said that. It's more vulnerable to say to a crowd of people, I know I've got something big inside of me and I want to take action on it. It's more vulnerable to say, I believe in myself. Finally, I believe in myself. I want to take a risk, even though I'm used to telling myself, everyone will think I'm stupid. I'm ready. I'm ready, even though it feels scary. I'm ready.
So we ask
who realizes that this is like the biggest vulnerable thing to do?
Yeah. Wow. Wow. All right. Awesome, guys.
Yeah.
So we we ask that you come in with a beginner's mind. The courage to open up, the courage to share and connect so you can get the most out of this challenge. Come with an open mind, with an expectation that this challenge will make a huge impact on your life, because it will if you allow it to.
Expect that this challenge will transform some piece of your life for the better.
Come on. Slide malfunction.
Slide malfunction.
Hold on one sec, guys.
She had one of those like, ooh,
I know, one
moments.
of those sparkle moments, and now it's not working.
It's like so funny, and we're talking about vulnerability, and it's like slide malfunction.
Slide malfunction.
There we are. Whoa! Ah.
All right, so this is a challenge. It is designed to stretch you.
It's designed to expose the thought patterns that hold you back from growth, connection, expansion, joy, and being who you're here to be. We promise you that this challenge will be hard. Let me say that again. I promise this challenge will be hard.
We promise you that if you go through all of it, there are massive rewards on the other side.
And if you don't do it all, no excuses. What am I saying here? Why am I confused about what I wrote?
You'll find what has been holding you
And
back.
if you do it all, yes, you do it all, you'll find what's holding you back. And you won't have to be that way any longer.
Wow. All right. So this challenge is designed for you to come out on the other side feeling like a magical unicorn, guys.
Is that a pegacorn? Or
that is a pegacorn, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, even better than a unicorn. So the only way that you'll get through it so that you get that unicorn feeling at the other side is to do the whole challenge, 100% of it, all the way through to the end. Even if that means listening to the replays, guys. It doesn't mean you have to be live for the whole thing, but you will get more out of it if you are. Expect to apply what we teach you and have it pay off in a way that feels like a miracle.
So come with the expectation that you will see things you've never seen before, and seeing this will transform your future for the better.
Mm-hmm. During this webinar or with your coach, you might sometimes hear what you don't want to hear, and you get to choose how you respond to it.
The coaching support is here to gracefully push you and inspire you. And if you're annoyed or feeling judgmental of the process or resistance, that means you're about to break through something big.
So who's ready for that? So if you scheduled your calls, give me a heck yes. Give me a hell yes.
Heck yes.
Have you scheduled your calls? Woo woo! Awesome. I love how most of you are saying hell yes or fuck yes. We don't have a whole lot of heck yeses here. Sometimes it's just like heck.
It's okay if you don't curse. We like you too.
All right. So this is the Little Volcano tutorial on how to make technology your bitch.
This is a very, very, very important slide.
All right, guys. So this is a big thing that we empower our coaches to do when they first join the program, because there's a lot of new technology. So a lot of you have never used Zoom before. A lot of you, aren't big Facebook people, don't know how to do a live video or whatever. But really, all we can say, the biggest thing we can say is Google it. All right, so if you're getting stuck, if you're wondering how to use Zoom, Google, YouTube has some amazing tutorials. I would suggest looking it up on there. If you're having a hard time finding the emails from your coach, look in the search bar in your email box, type in the word volcano, right? So there are search bars on every website. Always go in the search bar, type it in, whatever your question is. And if you still can't find the answer to that, email Nicole at thelittlevolcano.com. She is our wonderful tech support person, and she will answer your questions the best she can.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, the answer is right in front of you. You just haven't looked hard enough yet.
Now, here's the honest truth. We hired Nicole because I'm bad at technology. So if you message me on Facebook asking me about technology, I'm sending you to Nicole because I don't know.
Yeah. And I'm good at technology, but I don't got time for that. So the other thing we want you to know that's really important is that in this challenge, in the Facebook group, there is a post. It used to be called the pinned post on Facebook. They don't call it that anymore. They call it the announcements. You can have multiple posts that are pinned to the top of the page. And so I wrote in all caps across this post, this is the pinned post. How many of you guys have seen the pinned post already on the Facebook page? Great. Yes, me. Within this post is updated every single day after every single webinar. It's going to have the replays on it. It's going to have the prizes on it. It's going to have all the links that you need on it. It already has lots of the
video
links
that you couldn't hear the sound on.
Yeah, the video you couldn't hear the sound on. It's going to have all the information. All the questions that you have are most likely answered within the pinned post. So if you go to email Nicole at thelittlevolcano.com, the most likely response you're going to get back is check the pinned post. So before you take the time out of your day to email Nicole at thelittlevolcano.com or Google it, what do?
Type it in.
What's the first thing that you do? What's the easiest way to find that answer?
Pin post. Announcements.
Go to the pinned post. Yeah.
Jamie says, ask Kit. You're gonna get it later. I still am your coach. I'm gonna get you.
All right, guys. So it just matters that you get the most out of this challenge. All right. We just want you to get the most out of this challenge. And you just need to do the best you can. You don't have to be perfect. We just want you to finish And if you get a little behind, don't worry, it's not the end of the world. There's always replays. You can always catch up. You might miss your calls with your coach if you don't get those when they're hot, right? Get them while they're hot or you miss them. But everything else you can catch up on. And this group will be up forever after the challenge is over. And you will be so shocked to see how many people are still posting in that group after the challenge is over. The momentum just keeps going. All right. So, this is the end of the tutorial. Make time zones your bitch too. So Google world clock on your phone. Most people probably have a world clock on their phone, or you can Google time zone converter. Usually what our coaches are using is a system called Calendly. That's what they should all be using to book your appointments with them. Calendly automatically adjusts for time zones. So when you see the appointment times come up, even if your coach is in a different time zone, the appointment times that you're looking at are in your current time zone. So don't worry about that with Calendly. When it comes to the webinars and things like that, everything is always in Pacific time because we're in California. It's just
California's the best.
It's easier for us to just put everything in Pacific time. So anytime you see the times for the webinars, or we might offer some group coaching calls, me and Kit, it's always in Pacific time. So just convert that time zone from wherever you are and just make time zones your bitch.
So we're going to rush through the next few slides so we can get to the good stuff. How many of you have heard this phrase, success begins at the edge of our comfort zone? We call it
the expansion zone. Welcome to your expansion zone.
Boom, next slide. Oh, make it faster.
Because true belonging only happens when we present our authentic and perfect selves to the world. Our sense of belonging can never be greater than our level of self-acceptance. Brene Brown.
Y'all get it. Y'all get
her.
It. Everyone needs a good wizard to use it. So
use your voice.
We're going to put Coach Jamie's story in here, but we're running out of time. So
we want to ask Coach Jamie, maybe you could share your story tomorrow, or you could share it on a Facebook live video within the group at some point.
Yes.
Yeah, we are running out of time. We love you. She has the most amazing story. And the main thing we can say about Coach Jamie is that any excuse that you think you might have to not do the work, Coach Jamie trumps that.
You guys, is it okay if we go like 5 minutes over just so we can hear like 2 minutes of her story? Jamie, you here? Yeah? Okay.
All right, awesome. All right. So Jamie, we're going to bring you on. We want you to tell your story.
Ultra challenge. Tell it in 2.5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Hold on 1 second here. All right. Hi, Jamie.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh my God. Okay. Ready, set, go. Thank you guys.
Hey.
So first and foremost, I moved to the island of Kauai, and I arrived on the island of Kauai, and then I found out that I was 4.5 months pregnant. And I already was a single mom of 3 kids. And I couldn't get out of bed. And I thought I was like dying, and I didn't know what to do. And I bumped into this 3-day challenge, and luckily I got grandfathered in because I had all kinds of money stories, and I like had no fucking money. I was $14,000 in debt on my credit card. Like I only had $1,000 left. And this challenge changed my fucking life, mainly around the community. Building your network of people to lift you up and show you and believe in you. This has been the most powerful thing. And doing this as a single mom of now 4 children, like, it's possible because I have my tribe. It's so fucking amazing.
So Jamie, what's the biggest shift that you've made since you've joined this community?
I have learned that money is an energy, and you can use it to change your life.
Yes.
And so I invested $6,000 into myself, and I didn't know where it was coming from. And I realized that was what was going to shift me along with my tribe. It's been so powerful.
So what has shifted since that?
I have stepped into my power as a life coach, which is what I was already wanting to do. I am now helping people do exactly what I want to do. And like, I get to walk alongside my clients, and it has been so fucking amazing.
Yeah. How many of you are like Jamie, who are Jamie's clients right now? You know that she was born to do this. Yeah. It's amazing.
And breastfeeding on my on my coaching calls.
There's so many people who are like, I'm a coach, but they never have clients and they always have excuses. You got Jamie here, who's a badass. She enrolls a client into a 6-week program for $1,000
Mm-hmm.
after the first challenge. She like made her first $1,000 as a coach,
Mm-hmm.
and she breastfeeds while she does it. I don't fucking care. No excuses. I love it.
All right, I'll share more in a live video later.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Jamie.
thank
We
you.
love
I
you.
love you guys. You're killing it.
All right.
All right,
So
guys.
this challenge is like a treadmill. You can read the manual. You can get to know it. You can like learn all about it and watch it, or you could get on it and participate. Treadmills only work if you get on them and you do the work. So do the work.
So very, very quickly, we are going to just tell the story of where we came from, and then we're going to give you your special mission. You guys ready for this? So here we go. How we got here.
So from 2010 to 2015, I owned a super successful hair salon in Chicago. And after a while, I started sabotaging my success because I felt guilty. I was becoming more successful than my peers and my employees.
So we got married. We moved to Asheville, North Carolina, and we opened a yoga studio.
So I saw a lot of people struggling around me, and I thought money was to blame. So I'm like, okay, we'll move to Asheville. We'll settle down. We'll have a simple life. We don't need a lot of money to be happy. But my real dream was to change the lives of millions of people all over the world. And I've always had this dream of speaking on stages in front of thousands of people. And I've always wanted to have a TV show, but I have a fear of public speaking. And sometimes you can still hear it when I like stammer my words and go blank. Now I'm just like, okay, who cares? You do that, big deal. You still can do this. So I violated the deeper call of my spirit, and I played small, and I settled for something simple, a simple life, you know? I was like, oh yeah, a little yoga studio, but I wanted something so much bigger. So by late 2015, we couldn't keep the lights on in our studio. Our marriage was suffering. We were sharing one Trader Joe's microwave meal for dinner at night because we were so broke. Not just in our wallets, but in our hearts too. And things were getting kind of desperate. So I signed up for this free strategy call with a random coach, and I had a stark revelation that my mindset was creating the failure in my life. I'd settled on a small goal because I didn't believe in myself, and I was failing at it because I had dreams that were so much bigger that I wasn't chasing. And then I realized it was my responsibility for creating the life and my way of thinking about people, money, love, and myself and our business was the reason why there was so much destruction in my life. So my first coach, Nick, he offered me the chance to work with him for $10,000 for an entire year of coaching. And I was like, what the fuck? No.
Yeah.
Actually,
Kit asked me, he was like, babe, can we get $10,000 of coaching? I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah, it was too big of a risk. And he asked me this question that it stuck with me forever. He said, if you don't get coaching now and nothing changes, what will be the impact on your life? And so I played dumb. I said, well, it'll stay the same. So y'all know that like nothing ever stays the same. You're either growing or you're moving backwards. So within a year, we lost the studio. We had to sell almost everything we owned.
Except our dogs.
We didn't sell them. We pawned them off for a little bit. We're on the verge of splitting up because things were so stressful. We stopped banging, no sex. That sucked. And we finally made the decision that we were gonna take full responsibility for where we are at and stop blaming external circumstances, money, people, and do anything. Just like Jamie.
No excuses.
No excuses.
So we made a huge decision to shift our mindset and start listening to Abraham Hicks. Can you click through the photos, please? It was through listening to their teachings, which are free on YouTube, that we realized there was so much more that we wanted. We wanted to travel. We wanted to teach around the world. We wanted to live much bigger lives than we had settled for. Hold on, go back. Just stay. Yeah. Okay, now start over. There you go. So with that simple shift in mind, like the shifts that you're going to make during this challenge, we got the opportunity to move to Scotland and teach for the Kilted Yogi, Finlay Wilson, for 6 months. It was amazing.
He's like this big Instagram star. If you don't know who he is,
if you don't know,
he's got a lot of muscles and is really flexible, and he does yoga in a kilt.
It was fun. Oh, yay, Dundee. Yay, Scotland people. We love you guys. We loved our time in Dundee so much. And whoever is on here from Scotland, we love you guys so, so much. So we were obviously devastated by all the things that we lost, but we knew if one mindset shift could bring us the gift of living in Scotland, then we had to apply it everywhere in our life, even when it got shitty. But the thing is, after our Scotland adventure was over, we had no plan and no money. We moved back to the US in a rented minivan. We picked up our dogs and just traveled, moved all the way to California, into a house with our future co-parents in 2017, January 2017. With nothing left to lose, we called up Nick and learned that his prices had more than doubled. We decided that we decided to sign up for coaching with the mutual agreement that we would both give it 100% without holding back. And if all else failed, we had the applications for Trader Joe's sitting on our desk. The year that followed was one of the most powerful and transformative of our lives. We started 2017 living off credit cards in a van, sleeping on our friend's pull-out couch, and our lives changed fast when we joined a coaching program. Having that second set of eyes helped us see what was holding us back and giving us a firm nudge to our greatness. We fell in love with this work because the impact it made on us. Coaching was rapidly transforming our love, our relationship, to our family, and our financial situation. There's more photos. We both knew that it was the work that we had to step into.
And as healers, we both follow and teach what has the most profound impact on us. We realized we had already been doing this work for our clients for years. We just weren't calling it coaching.
Right.
So like massage, I had a hair salon, and every time somebody would leave my chair, they would have a business plan.
Right. And I would do the same thing for people on my massage table for 10 years before we even started teaching yoga. And we did it through teaching yoga as well. So within 3 months, after fully committing ourselves to consume as much learning material as possible, our coach really didn't teach us that much. We taught ourselves, but our coach pushed us to keep going. And they supported our gaps. They would catch us when we fell and keep us from giving up. We launched our first coaching program and shortly afterwards moved to San Diego. We repeated that program over and over again to get it right, learning and adding things each time. We attended many multi-day coaching events and volunteered as leaders. We grew into our confidence as coaches. And something crazy happened. Our clients were so happy with the results that they got that they were begging us to teach them how to become a coach as well. So that's when we started our own coaching program. Training program.
And then we launched this 3-day program, this Get Your Shit Together challenge in November. And we realized that within our first year, we had created our first 6-figure business. And by January 2018, we'd actually had our first 6-figure month.
Yes.
And we realized that we held the keys that unlocked the life we've always wanted.
So since then, we've spent a month in Bali. Yay! Oh, so pretty. Little Bear was there. Nancy was there. Corey was there. We've gotten pregnant, moved into our dream house with our future co-parents. So you might be thinking, how did we create all of this so quickly? It's pretty crazy, right? It's a lot of change. That's what this challenge is all about. We want to stoke the same fire inside of you that through coaching we created in ourselves. And we want to ask you, do you think it can happen for you? Whatever it is that you want, that dream, you might be thinking, easy for you. Guys, we don't have degrees. We never finished college. We don't have trust funds. We just learn to listen to our hearts and say yes, make that big decision. So imagine what you want out of the rest of 2019. It's the beginning of the year. Imagine what you could create in those 12 months if you focused. Together, we are going to build awareness around it. We're going to help you let go of the things that you grew up with that are holding you back. The fear of what others think of you, the fear of failure, the fear of success, scarcity, creativity scars, lack of support, lack of inspiration and motivation. inability to risk embarrassment and put it all out on the line and go for it. What is your programming? What's your automatic? We're going to help you identify it and clean it up to create a new paradigm. Wow, we are really running over our time here on this webinar.
Woohoo!
We still have a lot to cover.
We have the homework to cover. So thanks guys for being patient with us. We're gonna just jump right in this. This is when you get on the treadmill and you get to do the work. So
here's your first assignment. It's called the Patronus. How many of you guys know what a Patronus is? If it weren't obvious, I'm a little bit of a Harry Potter nerd.
Rosie made the slide, isn't it cool?
Yeah, except the fonts aren't on this computer, so all the fonts are different, but you'll see the real fonts tomorrow, guys.
Cool.
So if you're wondering, these slides are great, but the fonts suck. That's why. Anyway, I'm a Harry Potter nerd. If any of you guys have seen or read the series, you'll know what a Dementor is. A Dementor is like a demon-like creature that glides around sucking the happiness out of everybody it gets close to. It makes you question yourself, doubt yourself. It makes all your worst thoughts and memories surface. When J.K. Rowling wrote the books, the Dementors represented the depression that she went through after her mom died. So a Patronus is the only thing that can defeat a Dementor. To cast a Patronus spell, you must summon the feeling of your happiest memory. And when you can feel that emotional shift inside of you, you cast the spell,
Expecto Patronum!
And a bright, glowing spirit animal bursts from the tip of your wand and defeats the Dementors. So we use this analogy. It's an analogy, guys. It's a game. It's fun. It's playful. It's magical, but it is an analogy for a real psychological process that you are starting to reprogram in your neurobiology, okay? So we use this analogy to shift the vibrational state of our minds and our bodies and keep ourselves on the path to our vision. The more frequently you spend your time focusing on your emotions like fear, scarcity, anger, and doubt, the more Dementor energy you have and the more you attract. You know how it goes. You wake up on a bad morning and your first thought is how crappy you feel, right? You wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Then you go to the bathroom, you step on a Lego. Then you have a fight with your partner. Then you get in a fender bender. How many people have had days or weeks or months or years like this where one negative thing just keeps feeding on another? Right? So what the Patronus does is it gives you what we call a pattern interrupt. It interrupts that negative cycle that you're stuck on and it breaks you out of it, right? So the power of our emotions isn't just mental. There's a neurological component too. When you trigger an emotional pattern in your nervous system, your brain sends the signal to release certain chemicals and hormones that create the physical experiences of all of your emotions: anger, joy, sadness, horniness, love, fear, laughter, all of them. So, look at that.
So guess what happens when you get into a negative emotional pattern? You release cortisol, the stress hormone, and here are the effects of cortisol.
So when you are in that negative pattern, how many of you guys have experienced any of these symptoms, diseases, feelings, or pains before? How many of you experienced these? Depression, hypertension, chronic fatigue, sleep deprivation, migraines, tunnel vision, hostility, hunger, arthritis, terrible immune system. How many of you have experienced all of these at once? Right? All right.
So
now,
oxytocin, which is the hormone of love and connection, which is why we have so much connection in community in our challenges, is because oxytocin feels good and it helps you learn more.
it's also the bonding hormone.
It's the bonding
So
hormone.
you can see that it's love. Oxytocin is the hormone of love. It increases empathy, generosity, immunity, social skills, positive self-perception, trust, better sleep, maternal connection, and it decreases cortisol.
So
it decreases your blood pressure, your anxiety.
So this is where the Patronus comes in. By accessing your nervous system's ability to slow down the production of negative hormones like cortisol and increase the production of positive hormones, we can slowly begin to change the status quo and consciously create a new way of being. So let's begin. When I'm in a worried place of fear and I don't believe in myself, this is how the Patronus works. I don't believe in myself and I'm questioning if I'm good enough. In order to come back down to earth and like go for it, I connect to my Patronus and memory. So my Patronus is that video that you guys watched, the 4-day event on the roller coaster. And that memory really stands out to me because it reminds me that like when I have a vision, I can make it happen, especially if it comes from that place of excitement in my heart. And it gives me that state when I connect to it, it gives me the physical state change, the hormones, it's exciting, you know, it feels better. And whatever is weighing me down in the moment, it doesn't have to be so hard. It doesn't take me down so much. It changes the chemicals in my brain. I just feel like I can go after what I need to more than I did before. So here is your homework. Think of your most empowering, joyful, inspired memory. One thing that makes you light up when you think about it. Write it down. What meaning does it carry? For example, when we took everyone to the roller coaster after Magma, the energy was amazing and it reminded me that I can make anything happen anywhere. Meditate for 10 minutes with this memory and ask for a sign or a symbol or an animal connected to it. This is your Patronus animal. So then post it in the Facebook group.
Yep.
Y'all got it?
So take a screenshot of this, you guys, or write it down. We're also going to post it in the
Announcements.
pinned post. If you
Facebook.
forget.
All right. And
All
you'll
right.
get it in the email. All right. Next.
Can you find this in the pinned post? Yes, you can. All right. So next is your secret mission. Are you guys ready for your secret mission? We just need another 5 minutes to describe it to you. Is that okay?
You are going to use your Patronus while we throw a bunch of shit at you.
Yes.
This is going to shake you up and stretch your slime, and I'm so pumped. It's my favorite. All right.
So this mission is called T-shirt Inception. We've created an opportunity for you to use that Patronus to the max. This mission will demonstrate the truth of this very concept. But when you choose what you are emitting and you tell yourself you can do anything, it becomes possible. You can do anything you put your mind to. There's knowing inside of you of what you can create, and it's getting past the thoughts that sabotage you. So when you're doing this competition, you get to pay attention to your thoughts of sabotage and use your Patronus spell to dispel your limiting thoughts, your limiting beliefs.
Now, here's the thing. Your thoughts of sabotage in this mission are probably the same thoughts that sabotage you in your daily life. So when you find them, if this like pisses you off, stretches you, whatever, this is a win.
Mm-hmm.
This is your first chance to consciously change it.
Yes. It's to see what's in your cup and go, bloop, yep, I'm going to change that. So if you have a vision, a desire to make it happen, the how doesn't matter. What matters is your way of being, your energy, and your willingness to ask for help. How many of you have a stubborn belief that you can do everything on your own and you don't need anyone's help? Bing! How many of you have been so scared to reveal something you've created because you fear that it's not perfect enough? Bing! Perfectionism is just another word for procrastination. So where has that gotten you in the past, guys? How far has that gotten you?
You ready to change that?
Are you ready to change it?
Our first mini challenge will smash this belief for you, help you build community, and challenge you to be your best with others so you can get what you want. This mission is going to pull together your great gathering. You will call in your people through this mission, people you may know for the rest of your life. So we've divided you up into groups called miracle groups so you can build community, connection, friendship, and learn how to ask for help and overcome your dementors.
Guess how many people are in those miracle groups?
8.
Yeah.
I'm telling you because we're running out of time. I'm not letting you guess. So we'll be posting the names of everyone in your group in the Facebook after the webinar.
So keep focusing. Your homework is coming. So T-shirt Inception. We're going to show you who remembers this hottie back in 2014. So if you guys don't know about this, check it out. So we've got Ryan Gosling here wearing a shirt with Macaulay Culkin in it. All right. So Macaulay Culkin saw that and he thought it was really cute. So he decided to make a shirt of Ryan Gosling wear a shirt of himself on it. And then Ryan Gosling thought that was really cute. So he made a shirt of Macaulay Culkin wearing a shirt of him wearing a shirt of Macaulay Culkin on it. All right. And then it went a step further and Macaulay Culkin thought it'd be a really great idea to make a shirt of Ryan Gosling wearing a shirt of Macaulay Culkin wearing a shirt of Ryan Gosling wearing a shirt of Macaulay Culkin. So the inception continues. It is like 7 layers deep. All right. So this is your challenge, is to create your own T-shirt, 8-level inception with your miracle group. Okay. So contact your group. The groups are going to be posted in the Facebook group after this webinar is over, immediately after it's over. So check, it's going to be one of the announced posts. It's not going to be in the pinned post, but it'll be very close to it at the top of the page. Check the post to see who is in your group. We want you to contact your group of 8. Have one person take a photo of themselves and send it to the next person. The next person will somehow take a photo of themselves or create a portrait or likeness of themselves.
Drawing or an image.
And put that person's photo on their shirt. That person will then send it to the next person who will do the same. When you're finished, you should have an image of someone in your group wearing an image of someone else, of someone else, of someone else, of someone else 8 times.
So here's the rule. Everybody must participate at their level. One person can't do all of the work for the group. The photo or the image has to be created for this thing. You can't use a photo of you from 2008 first Facebook photo. Oh, that'd be funny. It's got to be an image created for this.
Whatever group finishes, go back. First, you're getting a little ahead of yourself here. And posts every level of the t-shirt Inception Succession on the Facebook group wins 10 raffle tickets for prizes. The top prize is an iPad with a ton of other fun stuff like onesies and mugs and shirts and the Oracle cards. So we're leaving this in your hands to get you to stretch your leadership muscles. This is a representative of how willing you are to jump in and just get shit done. Are you going to sit on the sidelines and wait for someone to make it happen for you? Or will you use this as a practice to be the one that makes shit happen?
So you got to post every level and say finished to win.
So here's the deal. There's no one way to get this done. There are a million hows and there's no one right way. Every single millionaire has a different how for how they got there. The only way to get this done is to believe in yourself and have fun doing it and risk the vulnerability of reaching out to strangers because the possibilities of the connections you will make will be endless. You have to get creative and figure it out on your own. The group will with the most ingenuity, resourcefulness, creativity, and pizzazz, and does it the quickest wins.
So what do you win? You win raffle tickets. All right.
So here's the one rule. Every single person must be involved in their creation of the Inception. It must be an image created on this day. All right. So we already covered that. So you can go to the raffle
tickets. So prizes. To get prizes, post.
You just post in the group. Every time you post in the group, somebody's going to count your post and you will get 1 raffle ticket for each post you make in the group.
So you get
every post that you put on your personal timeline, you get 2 raffle tickets, but you have to use the hashtag at the bottom of the screen, hashtag Volcano Miracles Jan 2019. All right. So every time you post on your personal timeline, that's for all your friends and family to see. It must be a public post because the person who's tracking these tags might not be friends with you. All right. So if you post on your personal timeline, you get 2 raffle tickets. You get more chances to win all of those amazing prizes. Later on the challenge, you can do a testimonial. We don't want testimonials yet because it's the first day. But just post in the group as much as possible and participate in T-shirt Inception. You'll get 10 raffle tickets for each person in your group. Okay.
If you win.
Cool. So you guys excited for this? Awesome. So just as a reminder, tomorrow we will see you bright and early at 7 a.m. Pacific time for session technically day 1 of the challenge. This is the grounding day. So session number 1 happens tomorrow at 7 a.m. We'll see you bright and early. We'll probably get started with a little pre-challenge dance party like we did today. We love you so much and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much.
Don't forget to use the hashtag. Get caught up on your homework, use your Patronus. These skills, as you use them through this challenge, they're going to change your life. I love you guys so much. Love you, love you, love you. If you have friends in this challenge who have not gotten on this webinar or had their coaching call yet, message them, get them on here. They're going to have no choice because they're going to be in your group and you're going to rope them in. All right, love you guys. Bye.